In 1987, a young woman walked into her apartment and never walked out again. No witnesses, no fingerprints, no weapon, no suspects. For 32 years, her case gathered dust. Police called it unsolvable. Reporters stopped asking questions. Her family slowly lost hope, until one tiny detail, ignored for decades, changed everything. This is the story of the impossible cold case that refused to stay buried. In 2018, Detective Ryan Keller was reviewing old cold cases. He opened Melissa's file. Hundreds of pages. Photos. Notes. Interviews. Then he saw it. A tiny line in a report. Small green fiber found on victim's pillowcase. No one had ever followed up. No lab test. No comparison. No explanation. Why? Because in 1987, forensic technology was limited. The fiber was considered useless. But in 2018, it wasn't. Keller sent it to a modern crime lab. 3 weeks later, the results came back. And they changed everything. The fiber wasn't from clothing. It was from industrial carpet. The kind used in offices, warehouses, and factories. Melissa didn't work in any of those. So how did it end up on her bed? Detectives searched old employment records. They found something shocking. A man named Robert Hayes, a janitor. He cleaned Melissa's building in 1987. He also cleaned a nearby office warehouse with green industrial carpet. And then they ran his name through DNA databases. A match appeared from a burglary case in 2003. Same man, same DNA, same person. Police began digging into Robert Hayes' past. They discovered multiple harassment complaints, 2 restraining orders, a history of stalking women. But in 1987, none of that was on record. Investigators interviewed former residents. One woman broke down crying. She said, "He used to watch me from the hallway. I thought I was paranoid." Another said, "He had keys to every apartment, including Melissa's." According to prosecutors, this is what happened. That night, Robert used his master key. He entered Melissa's apartment quietly. She didn't hear him. When she turned around, he was already inside. A struggle happened near the bed. He panicked. He strangled her. Then he carried her down the service stairs. No cameras. No witnesses. He dumped her body in a remote river miles away. It was never found, and he went back to work like nothing happened. For 32 years. In 2019, police arrested Robert Hayes at his home. He was 67 years old, living quietly, married, with grandchildren. When officers told him why he was being arrested, he whispered, "I wondered when you'd come." In interrogation, he denied everything, until detectives showed him the fiber evidence and the DNA. He went silent. After 8 hours, he confessed. In 2021, Robert Hayes was sentenced to life in prison. Melissa's mother sat in the front row, holding her daughter's photo. She said, "It took 34 years, but I can finally sleep." The case that once seemed impossible was solved by one tiny fiber, one forgotten detail, one detective who refused to ignore it. Cold cases don't die. They wait. They wait for better technology, better questions, better people. Somewhere in a dusty file cabinet, another truth is waiting. And someday it will be found.